I've never said righty-roo before, so now's a good time to start.
It works.
That's a unique way to start. Start as you mean to go on, Brad.
Well, yeah. First of all, thank you everyone who is watching this and also who is playing this. We are playing a game that I made up a while ago called D12go. The reason it's called D12go is because it uses a single D12. So I hope you've all got a 12-sided die at your disposal.
Yes, I do.
And I've sort of designed it as simple as possible so you can sort of just pick up a scenario and go. So hopefully this makes sense without any of you already knowing the rules, although Zach did play a sort of sample game last weekend and it went really well. So that's quite promising.
It was a huge amount of fun.
Huge, absolutely huge. So we're going to be playing in a town. We're going to be playing a little game that I've designed called The Hunt for Coffee in a town called Beanville, which is sort of a small American town, and it's known for growing some of the world's best coffee. And they really lean into it in their town identity as well. Everything is coffee themed, and everyone's obsessed with coffee. And if you're not, then you sort of better get on board, or at least be good at hiding it. It's sort of modern,
cool down.
Yeah, sort of modern, sort of reality, but also sort of a weird twisted version of that where anything goes as long as the people are invested in the town. And you'll see that in the characters soon when they introduce themselves. So we'll go around and get everyone to just introduce who they are, talk about their podcast a little bit and the character that they've built. Including some of the specialties that you've given that character. Because one aspect of this game is that to personalize your character, you give them special skills that you can just make up out of nowhere. That could be literally anything that you want and just assign them a value for that character to be good at it. So I'll start with, so in the order on my screen, I've got Adam in my top left. So if you want to tell us a bit about yourself and getting Dicey, which most of the viewers would already know anyway, and the character that you've made for us.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Brad. I'm Adam. I play Captain Morley, as I said before, on Getting Dicey, who is a half-elf rogue, not retired sea captain, but he's not doing any sea captaining at the moment. You say, like, lots of people are familiar with Getting Dicey that might be here, so I won't go on too much about it, but it's a whole bunch of fun. We're playing Curse of Strahd, and we are streaming this time tomorrow night. Almost this time tomorrow night. So that's our campaign. Tonight, though, Brad, I will be taking the role of Wilson Greyknuckle, who is a retired human woodwork teacher. So I'm looking forward to that. How much flavor do we want to give the character at this early stage?
If you just tell, unless any of them are a secret or something like something that you want to hold in reserve, just tell us about the specialties that you've given to Wilson, so we know what he's good at and what he's going to bring to the table.
Okay. He's got a specialty of woodwork because he was a woodwork teacher, and all I'll say is I really hope some woodwork comes up tonight because I've given that a +3. So yeah, let's hope some woodwork makes an appearance. He's good at sneaking, so borrowing a little bit from my roguish experience on Dicey, and then I put, because this is something I've always wanted to be good at, and I always tell myself I am, but I'm probably not that good at it, is throwing stuff far. So those are what I'm bringing to the
Great
table.
Versatile skill.
Yeah, really.
It can be used for utility. It can be used for aggression. Good. I think you got
hard and far.
Yeah.
I put
throwing stuff hard and far with a +2.
Hard and far.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Next on the screen for me is me. And we won't talk about me. So we'll skip over to Kieran. Or am I pronouncing it right? I've only seen it in writing.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right.
Okay.
Yep, I'm Kieran. I'm part of Dungeons and Comedians, which is the podcast and a live show that we do in Christchurch. I was predominantly the D&DJ, providing sort of music and sound effects and things, but also played a variety of characters in the first season. We're about to kick off our second campaign, where we'll be playing a character who's still a little bit under wraps, but their name is Limpet.
Sweet.
Today I'll be playing Bobby the Taps, who is a plumber, but he harbors secret dreams of being a dancer.
I love that we've got a retired woodwork teacher and a plumber.
current plumber, but hopefully retired soon. So I have a plumbing at +2, blokishness +1, making hot beverages +1. Although he's a little bit more of a tea drinker, which might be controversial here. And then the spirit of dance +3.
Good. Yeah, that tea thing is definitely controversial. That's for sure.
Yeah.
In a town like Beanville, better keep that secret.
Hope we're putting in a kitchen today, right? Because I've got the cabinetry and Karen's got the plumbing.
You'll be getting onto Michael's character, who is a tiling expert, I believe.
No. I play Gerard Moore, a tiling. No, I'm not. Hello, I am Michael. I am the most loved dipshit off of Dungeons and Dipshits, Peregrine Marmaduke Talford. I'm half-orc barbarian. We'll get too much into it there. I'm sure Zach will give a much better spiel on Dungeons and Dipshits than I will. Today, I will be playing not the tiling expert, but Ptolemy Peaches, a Hellas Sphinx cat detective granted intelligence and power by the ancient god Bastet. As indicated, I am a trained detective with +2 on that, heightened cat senses, like a cat, with +1 to that, luck magic, thank you, Mommy Bastet, and dexterous polydactyl paws / claws.
So far we've got 2 tradesmen and a talking cat
Hairless
sort of
cat.
imbued by ancient god powers. So this is, like I said, it's a twisted version of reality. Yeah, let's move on to Zach, who can tell us a bit more about Dungeons and Dipshits, the same podcast that Michael was just talking about, and a bit about your character that you're playing tonight.
Yes, thank you, Brad. Hello, everybody. My name is Zach. I am the Dungeon Master for Dungeons and Dipshits. Michael is one of my wonderful players. If you guys haven't been aware or listened to Dungeons and Dipshits, we're relatively new on the block. We're only releasing our 16th episode tomorrow morning. It's all set in a homebrew world of my own creation, but we stick pretty to the classes and mechanics of 5th edition. So I play all of the other characters, much like Brad. I play Humboldt, Spy Master, as well as Severance, the insane Warforged Artificer, and all the other eclectic characters we have there. This evening, though, I am playing Starbucks McDonald's, a alien disgraced doctor who has been exiled to Earth because he was framed for letting the daughter of the Empress die. He is a massive raging alcoholic and the town vet in Beanville. He looks vaguely humanoid, but he has 4 forearms and a massive drinking and drug problem.
So 16 arms?
No,
4 arms?
I see what you did there.
I picture it as he has 2 arms at the shoulder, and then each arm splits at the elbow into 2 more arms.
It's like some sort of fractal limb arrangement. No, he's got 2 regular upper arms, and then at the elbow, his arms split into 2. So he has 4 hands, 4 forearms, 2 of which are slightly larger and brawnier. The other 2 are smaller and weaker. And yes, in terms of skills, he is a court-trained physician. So he's a very, very good doctor. He's got very dexterous hands and he's quite cunning. One of the things that he has in his inventory is a very special homemade painkiller, which is mostly ketamine. So that'll be interesting to bring into the gameplay.
Okay, I hope that doesn't. So we'll kick right into the game after I'll give the very brief rundown on how the game works. So every character has 6 main stats. They are agility, bond, brains, brawn, senses, and precision. and they also have those specialties that they just all outlined what they are, as well as any items that narratively fit. So, for example, if you have a specialty of sword fighting, you might want to give yourself a sword in order to be able to do that. Anytime you want your character to do something, you simply just make a statement of intent. I want to climb the ridge. Easy enough. And then you roll your D12, add your most relevant stat. So you're always adding at least one of those stat, or you're always adding one of those stat, only ever one. And if you have any relevant specialties, you add that as well. So you might have, I want to climb the ridge, you might want to add your brawn. And if you have expert rock climber as one of your specialties, you'd add that. As a general rule, just for me as a GM for this game and any other game, if you can bullshit me enough about why a certain stat should apply, I will allow it. I'm here for everyone to have the good time they want to have, which is a weird marketing slogan for myself. So, without any further ado, let's introduce a little bit more the town of Beanville, which we can see on the stream. There is a very rough town map that I scribbled up. And so Beanville is a small rural town. It has a population of 5,000 and is famous for growing some of the best coffee beans in the world. And as I said before, they've really leaned into it with their tourism and their local identity. Some of the noteworthy things about the town are the Beanville Stadium, also known as the Bean Bowl, which is home of the Beanville Beans, the local sports team, which you can all decide which sport that is, if you like.
Petonk.
Petonk. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. The Beanville Beans are the best petonk players in the upper Midwest.
There's 2 of them.
Good start. There's Beanville U, the local university. Their slogan is BU. Beanville High, the local high school. Coffee World, which is a large coffee-inspired theme park. And if that comes up, you can sort of decide flavor-wise what kind of rides are there. The Mega Bean Coffee Processing Plant, which is sort of where Beanville coffee gets packed and shipped to the world. The central hub of the town is called Barista Lane, and it's sort of a walking traffic only, very densely populated area with like boutique coffee establishments, and it's sort of the meeting place in town. It's where everyone goes when they want to have a good time or just do anything. Cool. Let's begin. Is Adam here? We've lost his video feed.
Yeah, I was just swatting a fly.
Okay, you didn't want us to see that.
Well, it just looks ridiculous. That's distracting, doesn't it? So I thought.
Cool. So the whole town of Beanville had a raging street party last night, funded by Jackie Bean, the generous and well-loved CEO of the Mega Bean Coffee Company. Everybody in town was there, and a truly wild night was had by all. Now I'll just go around and get from you guys what you think a wild night would be for your character. So we'll start with Adam, or Wilson Greyknuckle.
Yeah, I think probably just sitting on the porch, soaking up the vibe, but also whittling a straight piece of dowel. with a bottle of Jack Daniels maybe as well. Just a swig of Jack, back to whittling the dowel. Swig of Jack, just enjoying.
Is he whittling a dowel out of like a piece of 2x4? Or is
he's whittling a dowel into a smaller dowel.
He's dowel sizing.
Should never retire, Brad.
And Kieran, what would be sort of a raging good night for you?
A raging party is the one time that Bobby can truly be himself and let loose and let the spirit of dance take over. So he was probably everywhere in the party, trying to find people to dance with or doing solos, trying to find the right lighting, the right music, to just really go all out, doing spins, doing flips, taking people by surprise with his agility on the dance floor.
Nice. I like that. And what would a wild night look like, Michael, for Ptolemy Peaches, the god-imbued cat?
Well, as a cat, between running between people's legs and stealing food that got dropped, he would have gone off to some secluded post somewhere, pulled out his cat pipe, and smoked it, watching the people go by.
Fair enough. A lot of just watching the party happen. So
I think that's he is a cat, so doesn't really want to be around too much of the action. But he's just likes to people watch.
okay. And Starbucks, McDonald's.
Well, see, this is the event that Starbucks has been looking forward to for months. As an alien, he can't eat human food, but he is able to consume alcohol because of magic. And so he has created a special piece of headgear that he can fit 4 1-liter bottles of spirits in, and they all have their own little tubes. So he is wearing his spacesuit that he came to the planet on. It's a very 1950s spacesuit, lots of like air ducting for arms, and it's all silver. It looks very out of place. And he showed up rat-assed and continued to get more so from there. And just getting in there, having a great time. I think I don't know. I think he possibly spotted Ptolemy sitting on a post somewhere, looking at it and go, I could neuter you in a second, boy. And then just sort of staggering off elsewhere into the party. So he's right in the thick of it.
A normal thing to say to someone.
Yes. someone who is a cat.
And I suppose if you're an alien vet, who knows what's normal.
Yes.
Cool. So all of you, you all wake up in the morning and quickly discover, wherever it is that you are, that everybody in the town seems to have disappeared. Your own homes and the streets are completely devoid of life. The only signs are just litter, banners, and empty cups, and other remnants of last night's festivities. So what would you do upon discovering that the town apparently has disappeared?
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, I need a coffee. Probably make myself a coffee first. This is, after all, Beanville. And then try and sort of just wander the streets with my coffee.
Okay.
Between stops to lick himself clean of the night before, I think Ptolemy would slow panic because he's become somewhat fond of the people here, and then oh God, all right, Detective Kit, go! Pull out his detective kit and start dusting for prints, as it were, and tracks.
Okay. In that case, I'll just quickly get you to make our first roll of the game. If you can make a senses roll and add your detective skill.
Huzzah! That is a 10.
All up?
All up 10.
Okay, cool. 10 is a questionable success. So that means you succeed, you find some information about what may or may not have happened last night, but you get some kind of negative repercussion. So you do find in amongst the various litterings and things that have been left behind, a few of like coffee puddles or beer puddles. There are footprints that all sort of head in a southwesterly direction. Your negative repercussion, I will save that for later because I can't think of the best one right now. Okay, what would Bobby the Taps do upon discovering that the town has sort of disappeared?
Well, the thing is, it takes a little bit of time for him to discover that because the mornings he's getting up, he's got all his routine, he puts the headphones in immediately and starts going down the street just in his own little world. So it isn't until he gets to his first job for the day, knocks on the door, and they don't open up, that he realizes that something's wrong.
Okay, ever the tradesman, just the whole world doesn't matter, just do the job.
Yeah.
I'll show up somewhere between 9 and 9 and somewhere between 9 and 9 if they're not home.
Kieran, is Bobby's music of choice? Is it just Footloose, just on constant repeat?
I think it is. It is a very small playlist, and Footloose has been added to it several times.
I mean, you'd find Starbucks wherever you would find Starbucks after a big night out, which is passed out in the gutter. Just crashed out, just snoring. He snores through his eyes, which is weird. And yeah, he's just out of it passed out on the junction of sugar and steam wand.
Okay. Sweet. In that case, we'll start our story with. So all of you except Starbucks, you sort of wander around the town a little bit, following leads, trying to figure out what's going on, and then you all converge on this corner of steam wand and sugar, and you see in the gutter ahead of you, and you all sort of see each other at the same time as well. You see Starbucks sort of drunkenly snoring away, and all four of you are sort of the only signs of life that you've seen.
I had no idea that this was going to be a coffee-based adventure when I came up with the name Starbucks McDonald's, and it just fits so beautifully. I love it.
I think Ptolemy would first walk up to Ptolemy and ascertain if he's alive. Oh dear. Well, at least there's a corpse I could follow.
Starbucks wakes up swinging.
Ptolemy, for that negative repercussion from earlier, since you've got your detective skills going on and your cat senses, the sheer stench of the blottoed Starbucks immediately gives you a powerful headache.
How long has it been dead?
Just for a little bit of flavor, because of his unique diet and physiology, Starbucks constantly smells very strongly of Chanel No. 5.
Huh.
And yes, he wakes up just swinging his fists.
Okay, so I guess in that case, this is an opposed role between the two of you. So you're fighting amongst yourselves.
No, just follow me one.
So
I have -2 to brawn, so that gives me a 7 roll, which
Yep. So he's making an attack with a 7, and you're going to have to make agility to get out of the way, Ptolemy.
Oh, agility. That is a 7.
Okay, that's a stalemate. So there's just no effect. He swings at you, and you just manage to dodge out the way. Neither of you sort of coming out of it all too well.
It's alive.
Of course I'm alive. God damn it! Bobby. Now.
Yeah.
Now tell me, we're seeing the same thing, right? We're seeing a talking cat.
Yeah. Their cat's talking.
All right.
I've been here a week. We've dealt with this.
You just shut your feline mouth. I know lots of things about this planet. One of the things I know about this planet is cats ain't supposed to talk.
Remarkable, isn't it?
Now, if y'all come...
I'm sorry, we haven't met, but I assume your litter box isn't connected to the plumbing.
No. Well, see, the funny thing about that is I have a hotel room over on Steamon Street, so I'm not, in fact, using a litter box. I'm shitting like a person.
It's good, isn't it?
So liberating, not flicking sand everywhere. Degrading, really.
I know the feeling myself.
Starbucks is going to stand up, remove the headgear from his head and just put it down and dust off his lab coat, and just look around. I'm sorry, Adam, what was your character's name again? I've forgotten.
Wilson Greyknuckle.
Cool. Brilliant.
Sweet.
All right,
Okay.
Bobby Wilson, we got a talking cat scenario here. Now, I think we ought to get him down to the clinic and I'll start off with a simple neutering that'll just settle him right down, and then we can really
well, what do you
get
This
into.
is
I beg your pardon.
it's
Wait.
completely unnecessary. He's like he said, he's been here a
I'm
week.
sorry.
Do you not remember we had the welcoming party for him?
I don't want to be mean or anything, but
Oh.
Starbucks, you're the one who was lying in a gutter and punched somebody. This cat hasn't done anything wrong.
Damn
Well,
right. Thank you.
Bobby, it is a Tuesday morning. That is my regular Tuesday morning routine. Pass out, gutter, punch someone. I I do apologize, sir. My name is Starbucks McDonald's. I am a perfectly normal human man.
Quite all right.
Starbucks.
Ptolemy Peaches paw up to shake.
He just looks at the paw and just reluctantly shakes it. You know,
man.
I'm too hungover to deal with this. Where's everybody?
I'm still
Well, I'm
here.
glad you Starbucks bring it up because I feel like we've got bigger problems to solve than cutting off this fine gentleman's his testicles.
Testicles. You can say testicles. It's fine. It's in a medical context. So,
It just makes me very uncomfortable.
Well,
Fine
I was
testicles, I
really
might
worried
add.
that people had
Thank you.
disappeared, but you all are here, so I guess it's fine.
Somewhat. I've found some tracks heading in a somewhat southerly direction.
Tracks.
What?
You think
What?
they all
Yes,
went
yes.
out for brunch?
Oh, yes, almost as if there was somewhat a mass migration, like a herd of water buffalo or lemmings to leap off a cliff.
Oh, there ain't been any lemons in town since the great lemon suicide about 4 or 5 years back.
And there hasn't
You're-
been a
you're
trip to the south since.
While you're having this discussion, you notice that up ahead on the intersection of Barista Lane and Sugar Boulevard, so just on the next block over, that you see what looks like 3 of your fellow townsfolk. They're sort of just milling about aimlessly. Their movements look kind of strange and jerky, like maybe they're hurt or confused or like not fully in control of their own bodies. It definitely doesn't look like natural movement.
I'd like to
All right.
like to sneak up for a closer look without being seen.
Cool.
And that's an 11.
Make either an agility or precision roll, depending on what you think is more appropriate for the way that you would be sneaky.
Okay, I have a +2 for sneaking as well, so that takes me to 13, and a precision takes me to 15. All up.
Okay, great. Yeah, that is a success. You successfully get a lot closer to the situation. So how close do you think you would get, or you would try and get?
Or very bloody close, but completely unseen, obviously. Like I'd be
Okay,
sort
yeah,
of
so
a couple of feet away, but in the shadows, maybe.
Yep, great. You get easily close enough to make out the detail of these 3 townsfolk. They do look like they're just people that you may or may not have seen around town. I'll let you fill in the flavor about that. And their movements are very jerky. They don't look like they're hurt. Like they don't have any obvious signs of injury. But they're just sort of lumbering and bumping into each other mindlessly.
It's Mrs. Grimwald from Ingle High. She was the principal when I was there. Oh dear. Gonna wave back to my ragtag bunch of newfound friends. Like,
Is
on
he
over
telling
here.
us to come closer, or all right?
It does look like he's miming. You humans are quite strange.
Yes, we humans, we are very strange creatures. All right, whatever.
Is he warning us away?
We could go away if you would like.
Okay.
Oh, towards you.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Ptolemy would actually be yelling this into the street. He wants us to go towards him, to the guys right next to him. Closer! Can
Starbucks will.
everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I got one of them collars around that'll stop y'all meowing. It's in my other
I'm not-
pocket.
Meow. Are you happy?
You're making a lot of noise, and the 3 townsfolk turn in your direction with a very sort of whip head motion, like an animal
okay, they
sensing
come to
prey
us.
nearby. And then they start lumbering in your direction down the street.
As they start lumbering, I would like to use my bad luck magic to impede them somehow.
Ooh.
Like, for
Interesting.
example, a building falling over onto them, or a cart lumbering towards them, something. So,
Okay. I'll let you use this on one or all of them. If it's on all of them, then you take a -2 penalty for each of them. Sorry, for each beyond the first. So you would take 2 -2 penalties if it's on all of them.
Right. I would like to. I want to see how catastrophic this may or may not go. So yeah, I'll try all of them.
Bad luck magic on all 3.
Oh God, sorry. Lost my dice. I should have got a spare. I will roll on D20. Apologies, folks. It did not do the thing. Zach, would you mind rolling a D12 for me?
I could roll you a D12, Michael. That is a 12. I shit
That
you
is
not.
a 12.
That was
plus
a
3
12.
Yeah, so
That is a
plus your
15 total.
yeah, so plus your brains, plus your luck magic, and then -4.
Oh. That is a total of 20. That is a 16 total.
Fuck a duck. You
Oh, no, sorry,
somehow
it isn't that. 3 plus, that is a 17 -4. That is a 13 total. Excuse me.
right. Okay, still a success.
Huzzah.
And you successfully use your luck magic to have the street under their feet sort of cracks and crumbles a little bit, and they all trip and stumble to the ground.
All right, I've done the best I can. Rest is up to you.
Why did you do that? They
They
was
would-
coming on over.
I didn't like their gait. I also didn't like how they were walking.
Everybody's being real judgy this morning.
I swear, Ptolemy, this street was just repaved the other week. We had months and months of roadworks. It was a nightmare, and I am definitely cutting off your balls at the end of this day. It is happening, whether y'all want it to or not.
I would like to see you try, friend.
Well, I'm gonna go help him out because that was my headmistress back in the day.
I think well, he hasn't taken a Hippocratic oath, but he's a helper. So
Critical oath.
Starbucks is also going to wander over gingerly and just have a look and see what might be afflicting these people.
Okay. Yeah. So they. So when you approach, you do notice Mrs. Grimwald, as Wilson Grey Knuckle said earlier, and 2 other people that you can identify if you want to, and they are in the process of trying to get up to their feet. They're still very much moving, still jerky, very zombie-like in their mannerisms.
How's your ankle, Mrs. G?
She just looks at you and says,
Pretty bad. Ooh, okay. I can make you a cup of coffee.
She's going to lunge and sort of throw her whole body at you.
Oh.
And she only gets a 2 to do that. Wow.
Ooh.
So what would you do in response to that? Would you try and get out of the way, or would you try and do something else?
Well, I've still got my headphones in, so I believe that I might allow the spirit of dance to take over, and I'll describe that depending on the roll. It's 10 on the dice, plus agility 2, and spirit of dance 3 would be a 15.
Well, since she only got a 2, she got considerably less than you on that opposed roll. Enough so that you dancing out of the way takes her out of action.
No. Not quite dancing around out of the way. In fact, I'm going to, reach out, and as she lunges at me, I'm going to turn it into a dip that is so intense that she swoons unconscious.
Okay, yeah, Mrs. Grimwald, the former headmistress of Beanville High, gets danced at 2,
with
and swoons and falls unconscious in your arms.
there.
The threat of her is neutralized.
Seeing that lunge and how that panned out, I'm going to go running in with my spirit level in one hand above my head.
Okay, so we'll
He's
give
gonna
some
check
flavor to the other
road.
two just to differentiate them. So one of them is a teenage like breakdancer. Why not? In classic 80s breakdancing gear. And the other one, let's see, the other one is a chef. Is a big fat man in a chef's hat.
Mm. All right. Starbucks is going to go up to the chef, keeping sort of trying to keep a little bit out of range, and just wants to just have a close look at him, see if he can't see any symptoms or anything like that that is not lunging based.
Okay. We'll resolve what Adam was going to do with his spirit level first.
I was just going to wave it threateningly above my head and sort of be like, hey, calm down. Just calm down. There's no need for this.
Okay. So you're going to have to roll a bond roll for that to alter their attitude, alter their mood.
Okay. That is a
And
9 minus 1.
okay. And do you have any specialties to add to that?
Oh, in my items, I put a mood ring that detects other people's moods accurately, but I don't know if that's really going to help out much here.
Sounds relevant.
That won't add. Yeah, that won't add any bonuses to it. It only got a. So you got an 8. It got an 8 as well. So yeah, your attempt to calm it down or stop it from doing whatever it's doing, it has no effect.
Mates beats, you might say.
Yeah.
No, not in this system. It's a stalemate.
Okay, sorry.
This ain't D&D, boy. Okay, so Zach, you're trying to work with the chef.
Yeah, absolutely. Just wanna circle around him a little bit, keeping out of the way, just seeing if I can't see, I don't know, something up with his eyes, or does he have something weird happen with his skin, or bulging veins in his forehead, something like that.
Okay, yeah, make a senses roll then. This isn't unopposed. You're just trying to get some information. Oh,
Cool.
sorry. This is unopposed.
All right, cool. So that is a 7 in total for senses.
Okay.
Unless could I add my trained physician to that?
Yes.
Which
yes,
with
you absolutely could.
that'd take me to a 9.
Okay, questionable success. You do see that you very much get a sense that these people are not in control of themselves. Something else is making them behave this way. They're under some kind of influence. But you accidentally, in doing so, get his attention, and he turns and faces you. So the chef now lunges his body directly on you, and he gets a 9.
All right. What do I need to roll to contest that?
Well, I would say you're probably, I imagine, going to get out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go. I'll go precision. So that's 7 on the dice, 1 for precision.
Explain how
8.
it's precision. Explain how like what you would do.
Oh no, of course it'd be
precision.
agility. It'd be agility. Sorry, no, it'd be agility. So that'll just be 7 total.
Okay. And what did he have? I've forgotten because you talked too long.
It was a 9.
It was a 9. Okay, cool. So yeah, he gets but in the 1 to 3 more than you section. So he lunges his heavy body onto you and just slams you for 1 damage. And I believe your limit is only 1, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Jeez.
Yes. Okay. So so what your friends see is this chef just like slam its body into you, and you fall to the ground, and you're unconscious again, like you were not very long ago.
Seeing this, I'd like to impose try to impose very good luck upon what's his name? Starbucks. To actually no, he's already taken the damage. So screw that. But bad luck on the chef.
Okay. So is this to try and change something about the chef or try and harm?
I think this would be harm or get him something that would distract him away from myself and the group.
Okay, we'll choose which one.
Okay, let's just go Harm. It seems most logical for Ptolemy right now. That is a 9 plus luck magic. That is an 12 because that's how numbers work.
Okay,
Yeah, they
it
go
only got the chef only got a 9 to try and not be affected by that. So yeah, you do some luck magic, and it's enough to take this chef out of the equation. So tell us how you would do that.
I probably imagine that after he's knocked Starbucks down, a rock just happens to be placed in the place of his head, closely missing Starbucks, and he just knocks himself out in this rock. No one is grateful for Ptolemy's luck magic. No one even knows it's happening, but Ptolemy knows.
So just coincidences just sort of happen around you.
Yeah.
My God, the chef had his head on that rock. Did anyone see that? That's incredible.
Fine. No, nothing for Ptolemy. Nothing for Ptolemy.
Wilson just made a big enough noise in saying that to get the attention of the teenage breakdancer, who's going to sort of awkwardly stumble over towards you and just try and smack into you. That is
I don't want that to happen.
That's a 3. So I guess you just need to roll whatever you would do to avoid that.
I would. I presume I see the breakdancer coming towards me. I want to go in with the spirit level to try and knock the breakdancer across the face with it.
Okay, that sounds like brawn to me.
All right, it's an 11 plus. Well, I've got a +1 there, so that's a 12. Yeah, that's a 12.
Okay, yeah, it got considerably less than that. So in doing so, it tries to lunge at you, and you successfully just swing away with your spirit level and just clock it in the head. This poor teenager, this poor townsperson, whose name is Trent, by the way, you just knocked out Trent the breakdancer, local rising star as well. Just clocked him with your spirit level, and he just hits the pavement like a sack of bricks.
There's only room for one dancer in this town. I give a look over to Taps.
I knew Trent, and he was a good kid. I want to know.
Oh God!
I've seen the way that he moves, and the way he holds himself as a dancer. Was there anything left of him and his ability and the way he was moving? Like anything that he was retaining? Was he moving like a zombie breakdancer or just a zombie?
Just a zombie. It looked like he was just a person whose limbs weren't his own to control. As soon
it felt
as
like the right thing to do at the time.
I didn't know he had such a promising future. As soon as that last threat of Trent the breakdancer is neutralized, you all hear a chorus of like a low rumbling sound and some growling coming in from the distance. And when you look up, you notice that huge mobs of these sort of zombified townsfolk are approaching the intersection from all 4 sides. There are easily hundreds of them in total between the 4 sides. And they all appear to be like sort of ambling in the exact same way as those first 3. You can estimate that you probably have about a minute before they all converge on you. What do you do?
Starbucks.
I'm gonna.
Starbucks, you're a doctor, aren't you?
Starbucks is totally unconscious on the ground.
I'll go just pat him while other people are doing other things.
Tommy's gonna go in a. Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I should explain healing. Anyone can sort of heal anyone. It's just a bond roll if you want to try and sort of bring him back into the game. Otherwise, if he's just left for a narratively important period of time or narratively significant, he'll just die.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we'll just come back to life. But no, if you did the opposite of that.
If you have a proper full rest, yes, you will. But right now, you're kind of in danger.
It's a fair call.
The clock is ticking. What do you do? Do you hide? Do you run?
We don't have much time, so I'm going to give him a good nudge on the shoulder and say, "Hey, man, pull yourself together, and I want that to be a bond and blokishness roll.
I love it. Healing with blokishness.
Yeah. That's an 11 plus 2 is a 14.
Oh wow, yeah. He recovers his full limit, which is just 1.
Excellent. Excellent.
But yeah, so Starbucks McDonald's wakes up and sees that these 3 zombie people have been neutralized, but there are
Oh my
hundreds more
God.
on the way.
What happened to Trent? Who hit Trent?
Oh, no.
Oh God, Trent, he was out of control, man. He came right at me.
Look at the angle of the leg. That's a compound fracture right there. He'll never dance again.
I really did
He'll
admire
never
his
do anything
dancing.
again.
But the bean breakdown is next week.
Can we focus on the onrushing horde of zombies rather than the demise of Trent?
Ptolemy is going to shimmy on top of a roof. When you gentlemen are ready.
Okay, make a roll to shimmy. So I guess Ptolemy as a cat would probably use agility rather than brawn for climbing.
Yeah, and I think he'd also maybe use his heightened cat senses to like go, oh, this is going to fall.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Ooh, boy, that's a 13.
13, that's a success. You manage to pretty effortlessly climb your way up to a rooftop nearby.
From 2 stories up. Gentlemen, when you're ready, get somewhere safe. I'm here for now.
The kitty cat's got it right. All right, come on, y'all. Let's get up the. What is it? The local Starbucks? Are we climbing on top of the local Starbucks?
I would say Beanville is too cool to have a Starbucks. It's
on,
boutique
baby.
or nothing. It's all Mega Bean here.
That makes perfect sense.
It's
I'd
called
say
Starbucks, but it's in like inverted quotes.
Yeah.
Because it's ironic.
I'd say there is. It's either a cafe, a diner, a gym, a movie theater, or a police station.
All right. Yeah, I will. Let's call it the police station because that's fun. And yeah, I will attempt to also climb up the outside of this building.
Okay.
This is gonna.
So you
this
find
is
a
gonna
drain
go well.
pipe to do so, and it's brawn for you.
This is gonna go really well. That's nothing.
0.
That's literally a 0. I rolled a 2 and I have -2 to brawn. So
I don't suppose that Ptolemy could give him good luck, if that would even matter.
Yes, you. Oh, the thing is, you could help, and that would give him a +2, and your good luck would be a good way to help. But the problem is, even with a +2, he still only would have 2, which
Cool,
is
just checking.
this is a miserable
all
failure. So you
test
go to
it?
climb this drain pipe, and it snaps, and you fall down. Now no one else can climb up either.
That's not.
Oh,
Nope.
that looks quite
If there's-
bad.
If there's one thing I know, it's pipes. I'm gonna fix it.
Okay,
Nice.
good. You know what? I like that. I'm not even going to get you to roll. You fix the pipe.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh,
Sweet.
great work. Great work.
Kieran, the funny thing is, in my real life, my job is to sell plastic pipes. That is literally what I do to make money. This is an amazing sort of convergence.
So it's like this is like therapy. You being able to just break them and not care.
The zombie horde is about 30 seconds away.
I'd like to charge
I'll-
at the newly. Sorry, Zach.
No, go on, Adam.
The minute the pipe has been repaired, not even like waiting or really showing much gratitude beyond the encouraging sort of great work. I'm already running towards the pipe to try and lever myself up.
Okay. Use some brawn.
On? Okay. 10 plus 1, 11.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's a questionable success. You shimmy up. And I'd say in doing so, you just have a minor inconvenience of you lose a shoe.
Oh, my shoe.
Oh no, the Tims! Oh, those are quite expensive. They don't have them in this town. Get those shipped in.
We have Ptolemy and Wilson on the roof.
All right, go on, Bobby. You go up next. Go on.
All right. I'm gonna use my big muscles and my intimate knowledge of this drain pipe with a plumbing roll to get up here.
No one should have intimate knowledge of a drain pipe.
How intimate?
Yeah, if you
Can I
can
hold my
explain how you
steam?
would help.
Not steam wand. Sorry, I'm getting confused with the streak. I want to
I know
hold at
what
my
was-
spirit level.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna put my
you
feet
can
to
offer him a
straight.
+2. Yep, you can
Thank
get
you.
a Kieran can get a +2 from Adam's help.
Okay, that was a 1 on the die. But
Oh.
+3, +5, I got 6.
Okay, a 6 is just a failure, not a miserable failure, just a failure. So you try to
The
climb
pipe
up
hold?
and pardon?
The pipe hold.
The pipe
It
holds.
doesn't
Yeah. So
break?
you try to climb up, you try to grab the spirit level, and you don't quite make it, and you slide down.
Well, that was
The whole-
entirely useless, Bobby. Why?
The horde is 10 seconds away.
The pipe works.
All right. I want to. Right, you go up again. I'll help you this time, and I want to give him like a boosty up to try and get him up
Oh.
onto the roof.
We're not getting up here. Starbucks. We got to find another way.
All right.
Luckily, I do know the locations of every manhole cover in the city, and I believe this one right by this intersection. So we can go down under, and we'll meet back up with them a block over.
Okay,
All right.
great. Yep, use your brains and this local knowledge that you have.
Plumbing. This is plumbing. Okay, -1
This
for
is.
brains, +2 for plumbing.
It's like Mario.
7.
7 is another failure.
Could I give him
Oh,
good
God.
luck with the
Okay.
like maybe it'll just like it's already been moved by my shattering of the earth earlier, and it's just it's
Yeah.
already from what popped out.
Okay. I like that. So you can add 2 to that roll, so that 7 becomes a 9, making it a questionable success. So you do quickly scan your
take it.
brain for this local knowledge of there's actually a manhole cover just around that corner, and you go around and you sort of have to do this diving maneuver to get into this miraculously already open manhole just as the horde of zombies washes over it. So you sort of dip down and you fall into the sewer head first.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Is there any possibility I can just dive in afterwards?
Okay, just make a roll for me. Just make agility. Just dash your way in.
So that's 10 on the dice, and I've got nothing to agility. Could I use dexterous hands to give myself a +1 to make it an 11?
Let's see, what does the chat think? Could he add his dexterous hands?
Come on.
If there is anyone in the chat, I don't actually know.
Maybe
Reagan's
that would
in the
allow him to
chat.
pull the cover over the top as well.
Can he add his
Well-
dexterous hands? No, says Jules.
No. That's
Okay, so you get a 10. You try and do a dive, which is actually a questionable success. So you
Mhm.
sort of duck and dive your way through this horde of zombies, and you find the hole and just dive right on down. And same thing, you fall on top of Bobby the Taps head first, and just slam into him on the floor of the sewer.
I
Good
usually
work,
try to
Bobby.
go feet first, but not in this case.
good work, Bobby. All right. Did we tell the others that we're gonna meet them down the block, or are we just assuming that they know? Because I can already see a minor flaw
I
in
think-
your plan.
I think they know. I think we've got a bond. They'll know.
I'll get Michael to just make a bond roll actually to see if you got the gist of what they were planning to do.
Good. Okay. Good thing I'm a cat and I don't bond with anybody. Cool. That's a 9.
Okay, questionable success. You have a pretty good idea that they were going to hide in the sewers. You don't know what they were going to do afterwards.
There's someone
exactly
in the
what we're
sewers, I wager. It just makes sense. But where they're going afterwards, maybe they'll find mushrooms down there. We'll start a new society. Yeah.
And so what Wilson and Ptolemy see is just this horde of zombies sort of milling about, and 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes goes by, and they don't really seem to be actively hunting you. They're not trying to find you. They're just there.
I'd like to hiff something at one of their heads to see what sort of a reaction I get.
Okay.
Maybe
Find
something that's
something
just
this
on the roof.
and
Yeah, I'm going to say I
what's
find
something,
like
what's something that's on the roof.
bit of discarded flashing that has come away in a recent storm.
Thank God, I thought you were going to say Ptolemy for a second.
I was going to recommend Ptolemy.
Okay. Yeah. Make a brawn roll and add your throwing stuff.
It's a net 12, as we have in this game. So I'll add 2 to that, plus I guess precision. So another 2.
Yeah, well, either precision or brawn. I suppose you could make an argument for either of them.
I'll
Just,
go
you're
precision.
specifically trying to hit one. Okay.
Yeah, I am
Precision?
in the head. So that's a 16. Would you believe?
I would believe it. And one of them just rolled a 6 to try and avoid that, which is absolutely nowhere near enough. So one of them, another teenage breakdancer, one of Trent's buddies, gets clocked to the head.
Brad, please tell me his name was Brent.
It is now. Brent,
Yes.
Trent's breakdancing partner, gets absolutely slaughtered by this bit of flashing that you throw, and his body just hits the ground, and the rest of the horde just sort of moves over it.
Ooh.
Don't tell anyone who that was. I'm going to turn and say to Ptolemy.
I'm probably not scarcely paying. I'm more focused on the horde rather than that single action. So between the horde and licking myself, what? Whom? What?
Oh, nothing.
What?
Nothing at all.
Oh.
Nothing.
Back to licking myself.
Bobby and Starbucks under the ground. You can hear the rumbling of all the feet above you.
It's not good.
And there doesn't seem to be sort of anywhere you can go from here. The sewer pipe that you're in, that's the sort of area that you're in right now, it can fit the two of you, but it looks like if you wanted to go anywhere, it would be like a really tight crawl space. So your options are pretty much wait here or crawl and explore.
Let's have a think. What can I'm just trying to think. I have an item that just says alien smartphone. And I was hoping for a sort of Doctor Who-esque sonic screwdriver ability to just point at it and be able to do things, but that's not much use in a fucking sewer.
We could call Wilson. Just tell him what's up.
Yes,
Does it work
absolutely.
With a regular phone?
Yes, it does now.
Has
yes,
the human phone app.
Yeah, it does. It has the Samsung Galaxy app on it. And yes, I will give Wilson a call and see if he picks up the phone.
Yep. So you can just do that. There's no rolls involved in making a phone call.
Good.
Wilson, you see your phone's ringing.
Who is possibly ringing me? Hello?
Wilson, Starbucks.
Starbucks?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Who's calling?
With Starbucks.
We're in the sewer. We ain't got nowhere to go. Is there anything y'all
too.
can? No, yeah, sorry, Bobby's here too. Sorry, Bobby. Listen,
Say hi to Bobby for me.
Bobby, Wilson says hi.
Tell Wilson hi.
Wilson, Bobby says hi back.
Wilson, tell Bobby I say hi.
Oh, Bobby, Starbucks, this is a message for Bobby, but it's from Ptolemy. He says hi.
Right. Bobby, Ptolemy via Wilson and me says hi. And I swear to God, boy, if you say hi to Ptolemy, I will clip you around the ear right now. I see it happening in your face.
It'd be rude. It'd be rude if I didn't. I'm not rude.
Wilson, please tell Ptolemy that Bobby via me, via you says hi.
Ptolemy.
Yes.
Bobby says hi. It can via Starbucks and me, of course.
Starbucks is an incorrigible lie. I bet Bobby didn't say anything.
God
He doesn't he wants you to put Bobby on, otherwise he doesn't believe. He wants some proof of life.
You know what? No wonder humans have only ever gotten to their moon. You're all so Listen, Wilson. Wilson, we need y'all to do something to get that crowd of people away from the manhole cover. Can y'all do that? We ain't got nowhere to go without crawling quite literally through, like, you know, doing an Andy Dufresne here. I don't particularly feel like doing that.
Ptolemy, they want us to somehow get the hoarding mob away. Obviously, we do as well. We want that.
I'll see what I can do. I'm going to use my my luck magic to see if the crowd maybe falls through another manhole cover, just like a sinkhole, like like a plug.
Yeah, okay, this is going to be highly unlikely. So I would add to this. I would give this a -6.
Oh God. Okay. What's more likely? Oh, that they have the good fortune of that the crowd has the good fortune of finding some other unfortunate in the distance.
Okay. Let's see.
Cool.
It better not be a breakdance, so that's all I'm saying.
That is a 12.
12. Okay, that is a success. You sort of study this crowd for a second, and then you hear someone screaming in the distance, and then the whole crowd sort of pricks up their ears and starts moving towards that scream. And within 15, 20 seconds, the horde has moved on, and they've gone past the open manhole cover where your friends are, and they've moved away from your building.
Starbucks, Starbucks, you're not going to believe it. They're moving. They're moving entirely of their own accord. Tell me, you getting this? They're all moving away. It's a miracle.
That is truly remarkable.
Briefly considers leaping off the building.
While at your vantage point on the top of the building, Ptolemy and Wilson, you do notice that in the crowd's wake, they've sort of left a few dozen small, like, black puddles on the ground.
It's disgusting.
All right,
Wilson, over there, those black puddles. That's quite disgusting, isn't it? You humans
really
are awful.
The people have.
At least we cats crap in
I mean, certainly, though, not all humans awful. I can't say that in good faith. All humans are awful.
I have been to Burning Man. I'm familiar.
Down.
We should get down there.
Down in the sewer. All right, Bobby. Can you give me a boosty up, and then we'll pull y'all out of there?
Did Ptolemy say hi back? What?
Ptolemy did say hi back via Wilson, via me to you.
Okay, good. Yeah. What we gotta do?
Well, I want y'all to give me a boost up so I can get out, and then I will lean down and I will help pull you out, like two normal civilized humans.
I understand that. You don't need to tell me twice.
Okay.
I'll lift him up.
Yeah. You guys can get out. There's a ladder. That's not too hard.
We still lift each other, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah. So you find yourself back on the street after helping each other out of the sewer, and you see that same thing. The horde is moving away from you, and you can see that left in their wake is a few dozen black puddles on the ground.
Now, I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the different types of human excrement. What's going on here?
Well, let's have a look. I mean, it's one of those things that they teach you in the Imperial Medical School. You know, first thing you always got to look in the excrement. It holds all kinds of keys to what's happening in any creature's biology. So
you and me aren't that different after all.
I mean, look, veterinary. I mean, yeah, sure. Veterinary science and plumbing. It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, I guess you shoot fewer horses than I do, but
I wouldn't count on it.
The real treasure was the horses we shot along the way. Okay, so do you examine these puddles, Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you get close enough, and you do notice that it is definitely a very strong coffee smell coming from these puddles.
Mm.
And the one that you're looking at, that you sort of get quite close to, it starts to swish and move on its own, sort of swaying back and then forward and back and forward and building up momentum. And then it joins to the one closest to it, and then they all start to sort of join together. These black
I
puddles
see.
come from a few dozen to 3 or 4, and then to one big, gigantic black puddle that then forms up into about like a 10-foot tall sort of bulbous like creature that definitely smells of coffee.
One of my specialties is making hot beverages, and that's not normal, right?
That's
No,
never
that
happened
ain't
in the kitchen.
that ain't normal. I'm going to take out my smallest hip flask, which is in my items as hip flask, open brackets, full, close brackets. Undo the lid, fling it open, and just sort of, I'm just going to try and anoint it with whiskey like holy water, just to see what happens.
Okay, nothing. You just throw whiskey at a thing.
That was good goddamn whiskey too. All right. Y'all got ideas? I mean, I did see something like this on the Veron homeworld, but turns out it was a fungal infection. Very nasty.
I think by this point, I'd like to have tried to shimmy down the building again. So another roll, or just do that.
I'll just yeah, you're a cat. You can just do that.
Consider cats get stuck on top of things all the time. It's like, help! Somebody
Okay,
get me down.
If you want to roll to see how well or poorly it goes, be my guest. I was giving that to you for free.
You know, I agree. I need to be authentic to a true cat.
It's what my character would do.
It's what my character would do, and I'm disadvantaging myself purposefully.
Yeah.
That is with my cat senses and I suppose my agility. That is an 8.
Okay, 8 is a failure. You don't get off the roof.
Wilson, I seem to find myself stuck. Would you be so kind as to not tell the other gentlemen and to help me down?
Of course, your secret's safe with me. I will lower you down. Cats love that. So I would like to grab Ptolemy and just gently kind of like get him close to the ground so he can fall gracefully to the sidewalk.
Gently with my nipples, please. Thank you.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't want there to be rolls involved in that, so that just
There are.
happens.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm following Ptolemy down, shimmying down the drain pipe. I'll give myself a roll. Oh dear. That's a 5 plus I guess agility. So I'm a -1. I'm a -1 on agility, so that's a 4.
A 4 is a miserable failure. So you I'd say that for that you let go of the pipe and you slip and fall right down, and just the wind is knocked out of you on the ground, but you landed on top of Ptolemy, who sort of broke your fall.
Oh, thank you, Ptolemy. Oh, I'm sorry, but
Think nothing of it. Would you please get off?
now we're even.
Meanwhile, the giant black coffee thing is going to whip out a sort of scolding black tentacle thing at both Starbucks and Bobby. So you need to, I guess, agility out of the way.
All right.
And you're both rolling against a 9.
Okay. Am I able to use my specialty of making hot beverages because I'm aware that coffee is hot? So I'm like extra cautious about it.
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
I don't have any special abilities that I can use, and I got a 5. So
Okay, so the scolding slap of a tentacle hits you, Starbucks, and once again you're knocked out cold.
I go down.
I got a 7.
Okay, yeah, so same thing for you. You take 1 limit damage as a scolding tentacle whips against you.
Oh, we're really good at this.
Seeing what's happening, being winded, Wilson's going to dust himself off and then start running over. And I'm going to say, I don't know if you'll let me do this, Brad, but there's one thing I know about coffee, and that's to weaken it, you need milk. I'm going to say that there's a big milk display in the window of this building, and I'm going to try and force my spirit level through the window and then just grab all the milk I can and start hiffing it at this coffee
Wait,
monster.
are you saying there's a big milk display in the police station?
No, just around the corner where you guys popped up.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I like it. You've armed yourself with some milk from this store from the store that you've just robbed.
Insect.
Throw some milk at this monster. Are you trying to harm it, or are you trying to weaken it somehow?
I'm trying to weaken it, like you would.
Okay.
That's I don't think I have any. Oh, I guess you could have throwing stuff because I'm trying to throw milk. I could give myself a +2 on this.
You can add your throwing stuff.
Okay.
That's
11 then.
Okay, and its amorphous form only rolls a 9 to try and avoid that. And so you successfully throw some milk at it, and it takes 1 limit damage from a section of its body gets noticeably weakened and whiter. You're gentrifying the coffee monster.
Oh god, sending the wrong message here.
Watching the coffee do its thing, could I impose some really quite terrible luck that it spilled on a very hot day and is now thus evaporating?
Nah.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. I have
Black
something.
magic is very
no,
powerful, but we'll give it limits. Sorry, Zach.
Yes, that's totally fair.
No, I just realized I had an idea in which to do something, but then I realized I am unconscious on the floor. So.
Then I'd like to trot up to Starbucks, and I'd like to, with gentle acupuncture with my cat claws, wake him up.
Okay, bond plus any relevant skills.
Would you consider heightened cat senses to not do damage? Actually, no. Like I think his instinct would be to do damage because cats, luck magic rather, to not puncture anything, and maybe his dexterous claws as well.
Only one specialty, so we'll just bond
Cool.
plus one of those.
I think the claws makes most sense. Oh, that's a 3.
Okay. He regains consciousness, but he still has a 0 limit, so he can't do anything. But he is not in immediate danger of passing from this mortal coil.
Excellent.
And if no one else is going to act, it's going to.
No, I'll act.
Okay.
If I'm allowed. Well, I see what Wilson's putting out. I'm thinking a bit more of that might be effective. So the one thing that I do know about coffee is that it's not tea. And I have as one of my items some extra strength tea bags. So I'm gonna throw them into the mix because then I don't know, maybe it'll go weird.
Okay, make an attack with tea bags and.
Come on, Brett. You had the perfect opportunity to say teabag it, and
I made a conscious choice not to.
That's precision. Am I making hot beverages?
Yep.
With a 2 on the die, it means a 3.
Okay, and its amorphous form gets a 7. So it you are 4 to 6 less than it. So your tea making fiasco goes horribly wrong, and it sort of shapes its body to avoid your tea bags, and they just fly onto the street. And it also whips a tentacle out and hits you for 1 more damage.
Oh no, I'm about to go down soon.
And yeah, and now it's going to also try and hit the one that threw milk at it too, with another scalding tentacle for a total of 8. So Adam, you'll need to roll to avoid that, and you're rolling against an 8.
12.
Total? Agility included?
Oh, well, actually, with agility, it's an 11.
Okay. 8, it is 11, 2 to 3. Oh, sorry, in the 0 to 3 less, it's a stalemate. So it sort of just narrowly misses you, and there's no effect.
All right. Milk's all out now, so I'm.
I'd like. I'd like to. Since Starbucks is thus unable to stop me, I'm going to grab his large full hip flask, and I'm going to just drain the entire amount as best I can into the puddle and make it an Irish coffee.
Trying to get it drunk. Are you
Well,
trying
just
to
dilute
inflict?
it further?
Are
Yeah,
you trying to inflict
harm and-
damage? Okay.
Yeah, damage and dilute it further.
Yep.
Cool. So I guess, God, don't know if I have any good rolls to that because I'm not brawny. That's a 7.
Okay. It only got a 4.
Hey,
So that's,
Huzzah!
1 plus 3. So you are in the 0 to 3. Oh, sorry, 1 to 3 more. So it receives 1 damage from you diluting it and making it just a little bit Irish. It noticeably starts to wobble as if it's a little bit intoxicated. There you go.
I want to get out my handsaw and just hack at its foamy tentacle. My handsaw, like not a
Okay.
sawing motion, but a hack.
I like it. Is this woodworking skill as well?
Well, it is, but I think that's going to matter, Mr. Zimmerman, because that's a 2 plus 3, so that's only a 5. I guess you could add brawn to that, so a 6 total.
6. Okay. It only rolled a 5.
Hey,
So yeah. So once again, so
Your
it
foamy
receives 1
tentacle
damage
out.
from that.
Yeah.
Which is actually enough to stop the coffee monster. So tell us how your sawing it and using your woodworking eliminates the threat.
I kind of bring my handsaw down across its tentacle, and the tentacle severs, and it lets out like a, and then it just kind of pulls back into quite boozy smelling coffee, starts dripping down the drains.
Nice. Okay. And I suppose that is resolved. Other than Starbucks is conscious but can't really do anything.
I'm going to sit
we
on his
talk
chest
to
and
it?
try to wake him up just by tapping his sweat. Oh, not waking him up, like I don't know what this is actually. Never mind, ignore me. I'm just going to sit on his chest.
Yeah. Starbucks. Is there anything you would do while lying down to sort of help yourself? I mean, you are a doctor.
yeah, I would probably grasp for my mostly full hip flask to try and take a swig out of it.
Okay. So I guess that's a bond roll to heal yourself with some booze.
Now, see, Bond, this is where I'm a Viking. So let's have a look. That is going to be 3 on the dice, plus 2 for trained physician. So that's an 8 in total.
Okay.
And I have 3
yeah,
for Bond.
Yep. So that's fine. You recover. You get back up to your full health of 1.
Hooray!
So squishy. I love it. And
I'm the healer, goddammit.
And so all of you notice that coming from the direction where the horde of townsfolk went, sort of so southwesterly, a sort of a very strong coffee smell just wafts over on the breeze, and it really washes over you very noticeably.
Ooh, that's a good brew.
Oh, I hate coffee.
Is there anything weird about this coffee smell?
No, it just smells like black coffee.
I
Does
suppose
the- does
follow
the-
our noses.
Does the coffee monster smell the same?
Yes.
Well, it seems to me that there's a pretty obvious choice that we have to make. I'd say we go north. I mean, the southwest. Your magnetic fields on this planet are all whack. Southwest, come on, let's go.
As we say in
Yes.
Beanville, follow the coffee. That's all we say. That's what we say in
Simple
Beanville.
saying,
Follow
but
the
it's a
coffee.
good one.
Yeah.
I've heard follow the coffee more times this last week I've been here than I wish to ever hear again in my life. I wake up and there's the clock outside my hotel window. Follow the coffee. Every day with you people.
Ptolemy, I have an important question. Like, can
Yes.
cats drink coffee?
We
Or is it bad for
can.
them?
No, we can, but you know how when you drink coffee and you
Yeah.
people normally need to immediately go to the lavatory. It's the same for us, but we have smaller bodies, and also it just smells terrible, like it's strong for you. Imagine my nose. Ugh.
Oh.
You know, Ptolemy, I would
We
love
don't
to
hear
tell
it.
you that you get used to the saying "follow the coffee." I've been here 10 years. You don't get used to it at all. You just don't.
I guess you
Ptolemy
just gotta be born
hangs
here,
his head
Wilson.
on his chest. It's like,
Oh, the coffee! Wilson shouts.
Follow the
Starts.
coffee.
follow the coffee.
Yeah, Bobby gets it.
You gotta do it, Starbucks.
That boy ain't right. All right.
Crossover.
Hey. All right. I think we'll all probably we're agreed, gentlemen, heading to the southwest.
Yes.
Okay.
I am not going in front. Y'all can go in front. I'll stay behind. I have a hell of a hangover, and one of my emergency hip flasks is empty. Any know anything about that?
No, no, not at all. No, nothing.
Oh well, must have drunk it in my sleep. Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, so you would all know, so everyone in the town would know that the Mega Bean Coffee Company processing plant is sort of the big major landmark in the southwest of the town. So it's likely that that smell came from there, and it's likely that all that horde of people were heading there as well.
Do we grow
Pride of
coffee
Beanville.
here?
Yes, you do grow coffee. It sort of there's crops all like surrounding the town, so there's a big crow problem as well.
And it's not even like they grow coffee beans; they just grow big jars of Makona in the ground. It's very strange.
Wonder we're so proud of our coffee if it is Makona.
I have it on good authority that it have to be a Okay, so since you've all chosen to follow that plot hook of going to the southwest, I can skip a page of. I literally have a page of if the players get off track, and it's a whole page of things and ways to deal with that.
Never.
No, that'd never happen.
Why would I get off track?
Okay, so eventually, so after a few hours of walking, you reach the so on the far outskirts of town. You come to the outside of the Mega Bean facility, which is surrounded by tall concrete walls, and the walls are lined with barbed wire. There are security cameras on each corner of the perimeter and one above the front gate. You can't see any guards from the outside, but it is a well-known fact in town that the Mega Bean Coffee Company hires very highly trained, highly armored guards. What do you do?
How many cameras are there?
So there are 5 in total, one on the corner of it, on each corner of the perimeter, and one over the main gate.
All right. Listen, I got something of a plan. I've never been inside here before. Listen, why don't we take out the main security camera? That way, if there's something suspect inside, they ain't gonna see us coming. I got some, and he opens up his veterinary bag. I got some tape, and I got some cotton wool. We just tape the cotton wool over the camera. Problem solved.
Won't they see us doing that?
Not if we send the sneaky cat man to do it.
The whom?
But you, Ptolemy, we're gonna
I'm
send
not
you
a
because
man. How dare you?
Well, I said
Very
cat
dare you.
man. I said cat.
Cat will do, thank you.
Fine. This fine feline will do it for
Thank
us.
you.
Wait,
Before
hold
we
on.
try that,
Hold on, feline. That's the cat one, and canine's the dog one, right? Yeah.
if you call me a canine,
And there's equine for horses, but we both know that, don't we, Starbucks?
Yeah, equine. They're real good at taking a bullet. Them things.
Jesus Christ.
Could I before any of them try to do anything to the camera, could I potentially have give the cameras very bad luck and short out one of the filaments or something?
Okay, sure.
Hell yeah. I know nothing about cameras, so nothing else will do, I think. That's an 8.
Okay, total of 8. That's a failure. You try and concentrate your luck magic, and there doesn't appear to be any effect.
I've always been shifty with technology.
I've got a pretty good knack for the old sneaker in there, Starbucks. Maybe I could sneak up under the camera. Maybe I could throw your tape.
But by all means, Wilson, give it your best shot. Now, hand over my roll of surgical tape and some cotton wool off to Wilson.
Okay, cool. I guess Adam, make an agility or precision roll, whichever you think fits, and use your sneaking.
Okay, I'll go precision because I'm trying to be like really close to the wall and right under the camera. There. That's a 6 plus 2. That's an 8.
Oh, another failure. You try and sneak, but then you just look up and you notice that one of the cameras is looking directly at you.
I got an idea. I'm gonna go up to the front gate and wave at the camera and say, "I'm here to fix the toilet."
Okay.
And I'll show them my badge.
Yep. So that's a bond roll because you're trying to influence whoever's at the other end.
Can I add my plumbing?
Yes, definitely.
I rolled another one. That is a 4.
A total of 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a miserable failure. You hear a voice come over a speaker that you can't actually see, and it says, "No unauthorized access." And then the gate opens a little bit, and then immediately coming out of that gate is a very heavily armed guard in like full riot gear.
Ooh.
And the guard holds up a pistol and goes to shoot at you. What do you do?
I'm not a horse. I'm going to get out of there.
Okay, so, okay, the guard got a 15, a perfect roll on that. So you're going to need to use some agility to not get hurt.
Okay. Can I use agility and making hot beverages to be like, "Wah!" and like scalding water in his eyes when he's trying to shoot me?
Okay, sure. Roll your agility to
Okay.
see if that works.
It does not. I got a 9.
Oof. Okay, so he's in the 4 to 6 more than you category, so he does
Can
successfully
I-
shoot you for 2 damage.
I'm down.
Could I? Could I bend fate a moment and give him luck that the bullet, while hitting him, hits him grazes him instead. The gun has for some reason pulled to the left a little bit.
So maybe only do 1 damage?
Narratively, yes, you make it so it doesn't like do fatal damage, but no, it's still 2 damage. You still go down.
Fair enough.
I would have gone down on 1. It's fine.
Well, did the
So,
best
yeah.
I could.
So you're just so Kieran, you are just on 0, which basically just means you're unconscious and you can't act until someone does something about that, or until you get a decent rest in a safe area. At the moment, nothing. You're basically out of the fight unless something attacks you, in which case you will just automatically die.
Great.
Seeing his good friend Bobby just get shot, Starbucks is going to take out a a big syringe of the sort of purplish, greenish, yellowish liquid and toss it to Wilson. Wilson, stick the guard with that. Just depress the plunger as far as you possibly can. I'll help Bobby. And I will go over to I will go over to Bobby and just attempt to revive him.
Okay, we'll deal with Adam doing something with this green syringe first.
Oh, one sec.
That's okay. He'll come back. So Adam,
Okay.
he's given you a green syringe of something.
Yep. I'm gonna take like a lunge, like yeah, and then I'm gonna try and like just jam the syringe into the back of the guard's neck and press the plunger down.
Okay, I would call that precision.
Guess that's gonna be precision. Okay, great. It's an 8 plus 2, 10.
Oh, well done. So he's got armor and he gets a total of 5. So with your 10, you are in the 4 to 6 more range, which means you do 2 damage with this needle of green stuff.
What is the green stuff in the needle? What's in the needle? I'm gonna yell as I've pressed the plunger.
That's my own proprietary painkiller recipe. Mostly ketamine, but with a fair bit of whiskey and bourbon and some other animal tranquilizers mixed in. It's a doozy for hangovers, I tell you what.
It's the horse killer to be walking around with horse trank.
So the guard's legs go a bit wobbly as well, and then he swings around and points his gun at you, Wilson, and tries to take a shot. I'm going to give him a -3 though because he's just been tranked.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got an 8.
What would I add to this?
Agility to not get shot, I imagine.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I've got a 2 then.
Okay, so somehow he's all woozy, but he manages to point blank get his gun in your face and just blast, and you take 2 damage from that.
Oh.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's turned his back on everyone else. And
I would
Zach,
like to.
yep.
Sorry.
No,
While his
go ahead.
back's turned to me, I'm going to use all of my cat-like grace to shimmy onto his back and start clawing at the back of his neck.
Okay, I like it.
Cool, brilliant. That's good. So, can I use agility and heightened cat senses?
Yeah,
Oh,
or your
actually,
claws.
Yeah, my claws. Sorry, but both +1 doesn't matter.
Oh, that's the 3.
Okay. He got a 4. So you got 0 to 3 less, so that's a stalemate. So you clamber onto his back, but you can't seem to find a good space in his like riot gear armor to get your claws in. But you are on his back and you are not harmed.
Okay.
And Zach was going to heal Bobby, or Starbucks was going to heal Bobby, or do something about Bobby.
Yes, absolutely. Get after tossing Wilson the syringe, I will go and I'll that's gonna be 12 on the dice, plus 3 for bond, which is 15, plus 2 for court trained physician, 17.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he recovers 4 limit points, or up to 4, depending on his max, which I think is 3.
Excellent. And I pat him on the head with my weird alien hand, and then shuffle off to go and see to Wilson.
Okay, so the guard is just going to try and shake the cat off his back. And he gets an 8 of trying to sort of shimmy you off. He's not trying to do damage, so this is just opposing to see if you're able to hold on or not.
Cool. And I guess this would be again agility and claws.
Yes. Yep.
Cool. No, that is that's a 3 again.
Okay, he shakes you off, and you just fly off and hit the ground pretty hard. You don't take any damage. He wasn't trying to cause harm.
Don't like it. Nudity is strength.
And he's still quite wobbly as well.
All right. Well, I'll go over to Wilson and just attempt to see to him as well to bring him back into the fight.
Okay, was Wilson down?
Is he?
I've got a limit of 3, and I was down to 1. So what happened?
Oh, so you're fine. You're still up. You're just not doing
Fine.
great.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing so great. I'm fine.
I just took a bullet, but like
A bullet to the
I'm gonna say
face, no less.
I'm gonna say it went through my cheek and blasted one ear off, so I'm deaf on the right side now.
It wasn't an important part of the face.
Well, since I don't need to attempt to heal Wilson, I'll remove the scalpel out of my veterinary bag, and see if I can find a chink in the riot cop's armor to stab into.
okay, that's precision.
That is 10 on the die. Could I use my dexterous hands to make that up to an 11?
Yes.
Cool. So it's going to be 12 actually with precision. I got a +1 for precision.
Okay. The guard only got a 9, so you 4 to 6 more, so he receives 2 damage, and that's enough to dispatch the guard.
Right. Excellent. We got a saying where I'm from. Would you like to hear it?
You're not from here?
No, Bobby. I'm not from around here.
This 4-handed alien disgraced doctor. You're not from around here.
I like how Bobby has just become this naive, wide-eyed kind of. It's brilliant.
We should just fit right in. I don't know.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, they want to keep us out, so I say we do our best to get back in. Is the gate still partially open?
Yeah, the gate is open just wide enough for that one guard to have come through.
No, but there's 4 of us.
We can, Bobbit. We can go in a line. It's all right. You beautiful child. You.
All right.
Okay, so you just
Well, I'll go in first because I'm all healed up, maybe.
Yeah, and I'll give Wilson a helpful pat on the back as he goes past and try to give him some more limit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
yeah, okay. He recovers 3 somehow from some kind of alien healing magic.
Yeah.
Just tap some drugs into him.
Yep.
That blokishness healing.
And I will go last.
Trotting just before him.
Okay. Yeah. So you enter through through the gap in the gate, and you see that there is a courtyard and a simple high-windowed 1-story stone building, like a large warehouse. There are 2 entrances about 50 feet apart from each other. One entrance is just a regular door, and it says reception on it, and the other is a much larger sliding door for like trucks and service vehicles. There is a heavily armed guard standing outside the service vehicle entrance, but not looking in your direction. What do you do?
Are there any trucks around that I can sneak into and then try and ram my way through the door?
There aren't any trucks out in the courtyard. No.
What about a forklift?
I don't know. Let's see. Is there a forklift chat? You want some forklift shenanigans?
It's like a beam facility.
Does it count
Surely.
if I say yes?
No, it does not.
Damn it!
Reagan says, yeah, go on.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a forklift nearby.
Right.
What do you do?
I want to sneak over to it and then just drive the forklift with the forks out as fast as I can towards the roller door.
With the guard outside it?
I want to take out the guard on the way.
Okay, I love this. I want to give you a +3 to have some forklift shenanigans, and with any stats as well that you are planning to add to that.
Precision, would you say? Like I'm trying to line up a forklift against a guy and a door?
Yeah, I would accept precision or brains.
Oh, well, that's good because precision's my highest modifier. So, oi, that's a 9, baby. Plus 3, did you say? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yes.
14. Okay, so the guard who must be listening to something on headphones or something does not hear this forklift like hooning at him until the
Up in
very
there.
last second, and you
ACDC's Highway to Hell.
just plow him down and just like boom over his body, and you smash into the roller door and like gouge a big hole out of it and make a very loud noise.
All right.
That's for shooting me in the face, you bastards. That's the appropriate response.
Hell yes.
You say through a hole in your cheek. What do? What happens now?
I was
coffee.
yeah. I was going to try and charm our way into the office through the guard, but I thought just seeing this enormous forklift shaped hole in the door, I was like, well, kind of makes sense. We all go this way, doesn't it? Let's just follow this
They
way.
might have heard the gunshot outside. Yeah.
Was the guard wearing a helmet?
Yes, it's like a full riot gear helmet.
Is there any chance that I could just squeeze into it? Just wear the helmet like a turtle.
Absolutely yes. And I'm gonna
Cool.
give it a plus. I'm gonna give it a +2 to add to.
Okay.
But it will hinder any sort of agility type of things you need to do.
I think for the moment I'm more likely to get shot than I think just the helmet. I could just someone's coming down. Someone's running. So I think stealth is my go-to here. So helmet roll. That's an 8 plus. You gave me a +2.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 10, and I suppose I would use brains for this because it's a fantastic idea. So that's a 14. Sorry, 12. God, numbers.
What exactly are you trying to achieve with this helmet?
So I'm just going to climb in and peek my head out where the visor is at the top of that. So it's I'm almost guillotined between the visor and the helmet. And the aim of the helmet is to protection and also stealth. For if I think someone's looking at me, it's just, there's a lone helmet in the middle of a hallway.
Okay. Yeah. You now have the helmet in your possession, and you can do
Wonderful.
with it whatever you please.
I
and yeah,
fully expect to be thrown at some point.
Moving forward, the helmet gives you a +2 anytime it's applicable.
Nice, thank you. Thank you.
Now, Brad, you see what I have to put up with in Dungeons and Dipshits? Are you getting an idea?
Yep. And so, Adam, what Wilson sees through the gouge that you just opened up in the roller door is you see inside the warehouse, and you see a delivery truck is parked with sort of boxes on either side that presumably would be loaded either into that truck or into the next truck. Sort of like a loading bay.
Mm.
Pretty standard stuff for a coffee bean facility.
Mm. Sorry, Brad, just out of curiosity, what was the reason for the big celebration the evening before? I can't remember.
Good question. Jackie Bean, the CEO of Mega Bean, didn't actually tell the town. They just decided to throw a big party.
Hmm.
I thought it was Trent's birthday.
It was, but that wasn't the reason.
Oh.
Trent was just very lucky that it happened on his birthday and his last day.
Very unlucky. The following day.
All right. I just want to just sort of pull everyone else into a huddle. Say, listen. Do y'all know why there was a celebration last night?
No, I'm afraid not.
Not
Rich people
really.
like to away money.
No one.
Wilson's right.
No one. There was a whole town-wide party. Jackie Bean threw with no reasoning. And now the next day, we got coffee-based monsters and people acting like zombies. doesn't take a Veron hyperslug to figure out that something screwy is going on. And I think we're going to find what's going on here.
Veron
Wilson, we ever
hyperslugs notwithstanding, I just assumed that this was the regular zombie crowd of people that just hadn't had their coffee yet.
I mean, that does seem to be the most likely scenario, but I don't know, something's very, very strange going on here. And it's most unlike those guards to attack. I think we should maybe be a little careful.
From the horse shooter, that's
No one
weird.
knows.
That's quite a strange thing to say.
So I want to
have
go
we
over and
ever
have a look
had-
at. Sorry, go on, Kieran.
Have we ever had a party like that in this town before, Wilson? Do you remember from growing up?
Not at all. Not at all my years, but I don't get invited to a lot of parties for obvious reasons. Wasn't even invited to this one, which is I was just whittling.
I think
The whole
once this
town
is
was
all
there,
done,
and
we should have a
you would-
party.
You were just dowling by not by choice, just by necessity.
I want to go and open up one of the boxes that sort of stacked up near the truck in the loading bay and just see what's in there.
Okay. Yeah, you can. It's just each box has the exact same big stamp on it that just says Mega Bean. And the box that you open has lots of the packets of coffee beans that you would see stocked in any of the supermarkets that you've been to. But these ones all have a little sticker on them saying special brew.
Bobby, you're the hot beverage master. What do you make of this?
Well, I don't know. I think this is a new one. I'm excited to try it. I'll brew up some of the special brew.
Okay. Do you have some facilities on hand to make some special brew coffee?
Yeah, I got I got a flask at least and like a little portable press or something. I'm always on
Okay.
the move, you know. I got it.
Yep. You make yourself a single serve of special brew coffee.
I'll give it a sniff.
Smells kind of normal. Smells like coffee.
I give. I just I put my tongue in it.
Okay. Make a brains roll.
Oh no!
Beans.
I'm not gonna
And-
add any specialties for that.
Or add anything to do with sort of mental fortitude and like having strength over your own faculties.
Blokishness.
Yeah, you're too stubborn to have your mind altered.
Yeah. That'll be weak. So that is a 12.
Okay. That is the
minus
success.
1. That's 11. 11.
Okay. 11 is now a questionable success. You just downgraded yourself. You can feel that there's something wrong with this coffee. Once it goes into your body, you can feel it altering your brain somehow, but you just manage to overcome that sensation. But it immediately makes you throw up.
Ugh.
I think there's something off with it. I don't know.
Now, what is the bet that the Mega Bean Corporation provided all the drinks last night? I think we need to go up to the top level, see what's we'll go and talk with the owner of the company that I definitely know and remember.
Jackie
Yeah,
Bean.
everyone in town knows and loves Jackie Bean.
Yes, I think we need to go and talk to Ms. Bean.
She'll know what's up. She's very smart and intelligent and a nice person.
I've
She
just
also threw the
realized.
party last night.
I've just realized, Brad, if you are doing this whole thing to set up a Mr. Bean joke, I am going to be simultaneously very angry and very pleased with you.
Did not occur to me in the slightest.
But no, I think that yes, we'll head on up to where Jackie Bean's office is.
Follow
Okay.
the coffee.
Follow the
Follow-
coffee.
Follow the coffee.
Follow the coffee. Follow the coffee.
Cool.
We
So
see here in Beanville.
the docking bay that you're in sort of ends when you get past the truck that's parked in it, but then there's a door at the back, just a standard turn the handle and open kind of door. So I'd imagine that you would just open that and you come out onto a factory floor where it's very hot and very loud. There's conveyor belts going full tilt, carrying boxes and jars and packets in all directions all around you. Do you think any of you would have been to this facility before at all? Like maybe on a local tour
On a
or
school
anything
trip.
like that?
School trip when I was little.
Okay.
I think on a school trip when I was supervising as one of the teachers that begrudgingly have to go along.
No, Starbucks has not been in here before.
Okay.
Not at all.
So
Told me it had no reason.
yeah, so those of you who have been here before, you would know that the factory floor is kind of the whole facility, but there is a door at the back of the room that you didn't go through in your tours, but you know that it's there. But you don't know what's behind it.
I seem to recall there's a door at the back of this room. I've seen it on the tours. Well, you remember, right?
Yeah. It had a sign on the door that said nothing weird going on here. So we just
the one.
ignored it.
I had no reason to question that at the time, but now,
Do you go?
I am starting to get a bit suspicious that something's going on with the coffee, but I'm not sure yet.
This would never have happened if everyone had switched to tea.
Oh, not after the Tea Town Wars of 1876.
This is what the Boston Tea Party was really about. You know that, right? So yeah, those of you who know that door is there with a sign on it that says nothing weird going on in here, do you think like that you would go through the factory floor to find that door, or would you think of some other plan?
I would try and sneak around the perimeter with my proclivity for sneaking.
Okay. Would you do that alone, or would the group try and figure out a way to do it together? Bear in mind, this room is very loud and very hot.
I think Bobby would at least want to come with me, right? If you've been here before and we've discussed the door.
I want to come. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
Sorry, go on, Michael.
Sorry, you finished, Zach. You got more into it than I had.
Yeah, no, look, I will be following along with those in the know.
Same with Ptolemy, just following along in my little helmet.
Okay. Right. Everyone who's going, make some sneaky rolls.
Can I use the spirit of dance to mimic my partner's movements, which in this case is Wilson?
Shit, yes.
I got a total of 7. So 5 plus 2.
Oof. Okay.
I got a total of 17, 12 on the die, a 3 and a 2.
Okay,
I've got a 5.
Sorry.
And I've got a specialty of cunning is plus 2. So could I use that?
Yes.
So it's 7 for me.
Okay. Yep. So Wilson
I've got
and
sorry.
Oh no, you tell me what you got.
Sorry, I keep getting a bit in and out because of my internet. I'm terribly sorry. I'm not being rude or trying not to be. I got a 6 on the dice, and I got a plus 2 for my stealthy ride helmet.
Okay, so 3 of you, the 2 7s and the 8, all fail. So you do not sneak at all. You all sort of run into. So it's not a miserable failure though. You are stealthing your way around, but then you walk right up to the back of another one of these guards. Whereas Bobby, who got a tremendous success,
And I was doing it by copying Wilson, so I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, you got caught up in the spirit of dance, and you forgot that you were copying someone, and you just danced your way through the factory machines, dipping through little gaps and things, and then you find yourself standing in front of this this metallic door that says nothing weird going on in here, and it has like an electronic like card swiping pad next to it. So you are in front of that door, and the other three are standing right behind a guard. What do you do?
Can I attempt to sneakily chuck Bobby my alien smartphone for the hope it might work on the lock?
I would say that in your current position, you don't know that he's made it to the door.
I'm going to try and stab the guard in the neck with a scalpel.
Okay, do that with
There
precision,
you go.
and he's the guard is unprepared, so he gets a -3 to this.
Cool. 5 on the dice. That's a 6 + 1 for dexterous hands, maybe. So 7.
7. Okay, he got a total of 1 with his -3.
Yes.
So 1. 1 + 3 -3. So you're 7. You are in the 4 to 6 more. So he receives 2 damage from your scalpel in the sneak attack to the back of his neck. So yeah, he grabs at the scalpel and screams out, and you can sort of just hear his scream over the loud machinery. What does anyone else do before he turns around?
I'd like to use my handsaw to slit his throat in the most gruesome way
Fuck,
possible, because his
okay.
saws have got those little teeth.
I'd love this. That's some woodworking.
Oh.
Right.
Would that be brawn or
Oh.
precision?
I think it would probably be brawn this time. That's a 12 all up.
Yeah, he got an 8. So you are in the 4 to 6 more. So he takes 2 more damage, which is enough to absolutely kill this guard.
Well, so we could have gone to school with
And I
these.
just pull the jagged saw across his throat and yell out, "That's a mortar and tennis joint, bitch!"
Didn't stand
No
a
real
chance, and
sense,
just
but yeah.
his blood just sprays out over the equipment and over the open boxes of coffee that are like going by on the conveyor belts, and then his body just crumples to the floor.
I hate the sight of blood. It is just, isn't it the worst? Isn't it just awful? I just, oh, it's nasty. I will,
You are a vet, sir. A vet.
well, yeah. I guess I should qualify. Human blood is awful. It's animal blood, no worries.
The color, the smell, it all looks and smells
It's
the
the-
same, you know?
It's the taste and it's the texture. It's the consistency.
Well, no,
How much
I'm
am I
with you.
gonna learn?
I'm with you there. Horse tastes very different to human. I'm with you there.
Let's cut away to Bobby standing in front of his door. What do you do?
Well, I'm in front of this door. I wish I had an alien smartphone or something, but all I got is this wrench. So I'm just gonna hit the pad and see if that does something.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, without rolling, that you cannot succeed at that. That will not work. But you can certainly do it.
I do it.
Okay, you just bash like an ape with a stick. You just
I've seen
bash this
movies.
pad.
I love this guy.
Must not have hit it right. Okay, I'll just change my angles and things while I wait for the others.
Oh god. So yeah, I'd like to gingerly step over the body and attempt to use my alien smartphone to disarm the lock.
Okay, so yeah, first you find Bobby where he is,
Mhm.
and yeah, you see this large steel door that says nothing weird going on here, and there's an electronic swipe card lock next to it that looks thoroughly bashed.
I'm gonna go. My arm's getting tired. Not having the wrench.
No. Bobby, just calm down, Bobby, and we'll
I'm calm.
We'll get-
I'm calm.
I just need you to stop what you're doing, and we'll just why don't you go and have some coffee? No, don't have any of the coffee. I'll just gently push Bobby aside and using the universal unlock card swipe app on my alien smartphone, I would just bloop.
Using your Deus Ex Machina app.
Yep.
So there is a specific way that I want this lock to work,
Mm.
but I'm not going to make this impossible for you. So do it
Mhm.
with a -6. So it's still very hard,
Ooh.
but possible.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be great. So I've got an 8 on the dice. What can I add to that?
I guess brains is the only one that really applies. Using your
Cool.
device.
Yep. All right. Oh, that's an 8 in total. So I would suggest that's not going to do it.
8 with including the -6.
Oh no, that's 8 on the dice. So 2.
Okay. Yeah, miserable failure. Your smartphone, alien smartphone, swipes through and it just goes. Eh.
Hey,
Maybe
Ptolemy.
I had the right idea after all.
Yes.
Whoa, Bobby.
No.
Put your wrench away, Bobby. There's got to be a better way.
And your
Ptolemy,
tool.
do any of those guards? Do those guards have a swipe card on their persons?
I'm
Of the
gonna.
guard that we dispatched there?
Man.
Fascinating idea. So it's gonna slip out of the riot gear. I'm just gonna like start rifling through the pockets.
Okay.
I guess that'd
Yeah.
probably be.
I would get you to roll senses to investigate the body, but fuck it, you find a swap card. It says Mega Bean on it, and it says Tim, father of 4.
God, I keep killing people with such promising lives.
That's the appointment I had this morning.
weren't his kids at the party last night?
They said
Don't
they
know.
weren't in the house.
Oh God, I'm sure they're fine. Thinking back to the scream from earlier. What is it? Ptolemy gets up on his hind legs and walks up to the key card thing and swipes it through.
That's
Okay,
adorable.
It goes bleep, and then the steel doors start to slide open, revealing an elevator.
Would one of you mind pushing the buttons? I'm even in my elongated state. I can't quite. Thank you.
Which button, Ptolemy?
Yeah. Brad, how
yeah,
many
so-
buttons?
You see there are only 2 buttons, G and B.
G for ground, as in ground coffee. I feel that feels like it makes more sense.
B for
And B for
bean,
bean.
baby.
B for bean. That's an excellent point. B.
Okay.
I think B.
This isn't a puzzle.
Well, it just makes sense that B for bean to go to bean lady.
Okay, you push B for basement as is commonly
Oh
known.
no, we got it wrong.
No, this makes no
and-
sense.
The door slides shut and the elevator very slowly moves down for quite a long time. Certainly longer than it would take for an elevator to go from one floor down to the next. Like it takes quite a while. And then it jolts to a stop, and then the doors open, and it reveals a sort of large control room of sorts. There's like dozens of monitors all around the room showing different parts of the factory and also a few spots around the town. You can even see the like police building where you recently were yourselves. And there's also a tall backed leather chair in the middle of the room with its back to you.
Oh my God, this is like that movie Sliver.
Is it one of those chairs that can turn around?
Yes, it's a swiveling like Dr. Bond kind of, or Mr. Bond kind of
Are
chair.
there any feet that we can see at the bottom?
You can't. You can just see the back of a chair. You can't see any sign of a figure sitting in it.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
You
Call
hear,
that door.
you hear a voice in response to that. It says, "You don't seem to have been affected by my special brew. Never mind. There was always bound to be a few outliers." And then suddenly a person wearing a brown hooded cloak appears right in front of your group, as if just from thin air. The cloak is concealing their face in shadow, but you're all pretty certain this is Jackie Bean, someone you've seen before.
Oh, thank goodness.
Jackie, you're here to save us.
Something real weird's going on, Jackie.
Meow. Meow. I'll rub against her legs, pretending to be a normal cat.
There is a helmet
No.
meowing at me.
Oh no, I slipped out of the helmet when I took the card from the guard.
Right, okay. Yeah, the figure whose face you still can't see, but I mean you're pretty certain this is Jackie Bean. So, they just start monologuing in full villain style, as if you're just there to hear their story.
No, listen, Wilson and Wilson Bobby, I don't worry. I dealt with supervillains before back on Veros. There's an established script. Hold on. Monologue. Right. You'll never get away with this. There we go. That's always a good opener.
She responds with, "While I was at the Coffee Growers Summit high atop Mount Kenya, I learned an ancient secret about the true power of coffee.
Yep.
Oh, it can do so much more than deliver the little pick-me-up to which us mortals have become accustomed. I have learned to harness the dark power of coffee to its truest potential, and the people of Beanville are going to spread my influence across the globe. Before long, this world will be mine."
Wait, hold on. There's one for this one too. Hold on. You're playing with powers that you can't control. You will get burned. Stop this now, and you can go, and we will say no more of this.
She says, "Oh, you'll be the one who's burned." And then she holds a wooden staff out of her cloak, and she shoots a blast of steam at you, Starbucks, McDonald's.
Well, shit.
And that is a total of 16.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I've got 12 on the dice. That's really all I've got. I've got nothing to agility or anything, so that'll be a 12.
Okay, so she easily blasts you for 2 damage, which I know puts you down from 1 to 0.
Yes.
With this, scalding blast of steam that comes out of her wand, and you are down.
Mm-hmm.
What
does anyone else
like to take a big swing, Jackie, seeing this attack with my spirit level, and I'd like to say, even though this is definitely not part of my character, but it is now, I'm going to put you back on the level, Jackie Bean. What was Jackie's name?
Jackie Bean.
Jackie Bean. And then I'm just going to thwack across the face. Well, I'm going to try to.
Okay.
It's a 7 plus, I say, precision again, or brawn? You probably
Sounds
said
like brawn.
didn't you?
Sounds like brawn.
So 8 there. I guess 8.
Okay, 8. So she got a 6 to sort of whip up out of nowhere this magic shield with her hand as your swing comes in, but her shield is too slow, and you manage to get her for 1 damage with your spirit level, and your 6 burn.
Take that, Bean.
I'd like to while she's unaware of the truth of my being, from her feet, I'd like to leap up and scratch at her hand so she drops her awful stuff.
Okay, so are you trying to cause harm, or are you trying to inflict a game changer, so removing the staff from her?
Removing the stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so agility and claws feels most apt here. That is a 11.
Okay. She tries to get her magic shield up in time, but she gets a total of 9. So you manage to, in inflicting game changes, you are in the 1 to 3 more target. She is affected, so she drops her staff. But she is only mildly effective and will recover after her next turn. So she will just automatically retrieve her staff before too long.
Unless I get that staff. I know how to make hot drinks. We can go all day, yeah.
Steamer, Bobby, steamer.
I'm a steamer. I'm gonna pick up the staff and has it got any good settings?
It doesn't have any settings. It's just like a gnarled piece of wood.
That's even easier. I'll hit her with it.
Just clock her with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's brawn.
Do you think? No, hitting a woman is not very blokish. That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah, she manages to get her shield up with a 6, which is just going to be a stalemate. So she gets this magic shield up, and it just blocks the path of the staff, and it just sort of smacks against it, and the magic shield just ripples a little bit. And does Starbucks do anything?
Starbucks
no,
is
he
unconscious.
can't.
So
Starbucks is fucked.
yeah.
In that case,
Yeah.
Jackie Bean is going to then suddenly, let's see. Oh, she certainly does. She turns invisible.
God damn.
Now,
Jackie
now
Bean.
anyone who wants to try and do anything that requires being able to see her, you're going to do it with a -3.
I'm going to go in with the handsaw again, still covered in the Tim, Father of Four's blood, and I'm just going to try and swipe it across, I guess, with my -3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And I'm going to add precision to this because now I'm trying to find a target that I can't hit or can't see.
Sweet.
It's a 9 -3 plus 2.
Okay. So maths.
8.
That is 8. She gets a 6 to try and get her shield up, and she doesn't in time. So somehow this invisible target, you feel your saw hit something, and there's a bit of blood splashes out, and she says, "Ah, fucking mortal!"
That big again?
Whose blood is that? Is that Tim's? I smell Tim's blood.
I'd like to, after knocking the staff away, go over to Starbucks, and I'm trying to sit on his chest and do the cat kneading biscuits acupuncture thing again. See if that works this time.
Okay. Do you want to add your luck magic or something to this? Try and add a
Yeah.
bit of fantastical element.
Yeah, when I really dig into it, eyes glowing and everything. That's a plus, I guess brains for my knowing of human physiology.
It has to be bond for healing.
Bond. Oh, sorry, terribly sorry. Thank you. That is a total of 8.
Okay. Yeah, he recovers his 1 limit point. So
Woohoo!
he's back in action, severely burned and now clawed a bit by a cat as well.
I hate this planet. What can I do? Very little I can do, really. I can flail wildly with my scalpel.
Okay. You do so with a -3 because she's still invisible. You can see where she's been though, because there's like a spray of blood has come out of her and is on the floor.
Come back to me. I'm forming a cunning plan.
I maybe got something. If I can use this staff properly and get like a bunch of steam everywhere, maybe that's gonna like show her outline of like where she is in the room.
I like this. This will not be opposed. This will just be an action.
Okay.
And the staff will give you a +3 to doing that, because that's its function, is to blast steam.
Okay. This is probably my
Brains.
my
I'd say.
brains.
Yeah.
That's a -1 and but a +1, so I've just got a +3. Is a 7 gonna do it?
A 7 is a failure. So you just can't get the steam wand to work.
Could
A
I
wipe with,
potentially
like, a wet
assist that
cloth.
with my?
Just rub it down a bit. What was that, Michael?
Could I potentially assist that with the luck magic? That is just I'm channeling that magic through the staff, maybe.
Yeah. If he wants to try it again, you could offer to help. Yep.
Cool. Sounds good. I'll say to them, give it a go. I can add something to it. I don't know what yet.
Should I do it again now?
Yep. Sure.
I like the scene of
Okay.
Bobby just standing there with the staff.
All right, I'll do it again. This time I think it's less making hot beverages and more blokishness of like not giving up, trying it again.
Okay. And with a
It
+2 as well
doesn't
from
change
the
the
help.
numbers, but Okay, that's a 12 with the +3.
Okay. Yeah, 12 is a success. You so second time's a charm, you get this staff to emit a powerful blast of steam that permeates throughout the room, and you can clearly see the outline of Jackie Bean. And she
And no wrinkles on that robe anymore.
and she mutters, very clever. But
No
then
one's ever said that.
and then she charges at you to try and wrestle her staff back out of your hands.
Now I want to jump in and sort of attempt to intercept her, and just tackle her out of the way.
Party.
Okay, so you're in that case making just an attack against her?
Yeah,
Just a charging brawn attack? Yep.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yes, I'll do brawn. Why the? Oh, good. So that's -1 in total.
Wow. Okay, so she's charging at Bobby, and then this tackle comes from the side, or does it? She throws up her magic shield just in time and gets a 5, which is you are in the 4 to 6 less. So you smack against the shield and go unconscious again.
Oh god.
Oh,
Stay with us. Oh no. Excellent. That's good.
But yeah, she's now standing right in front of Bobby, and she's gonna try and do that, wrestling the thing out of your hand. So that would just be brawn to try and stop her from doing that, and maybe blokishness, I imagine.
Hell yeah, blokishness.
Yeah. So she's got a total of 11.
Okay. I got 11 as well.
Okay, stalemate. The two of you are just holding on to the staff and wrestling over it. What does anyone else do?
I remain unconscious.
Hard. Just into the back of her head with the spirit level.
Okay.
A thwack.
Okay. Cool.
I'd like to do another game changer by clambering onto the back of her cloak and digging my claws in.
Okay, so with the intent of what, like distracting her?
Distracting her, maybe getting her to just shocked, let go of the staff.
Okay, so we'll do that before Wilson's attack. So we'll see if the cat leaps in and distracts her and makes her less effective, and then she gets hit.
Okay, cool. That's a total of 4.
Oh.
Okay, 4. That's a miserable failure. You leap at her, but because of all the steam in the room, your cat eyes are all misted over. I don't know how cat eyes work, but this is the thing.
Maybe you're the real bit here.
And you just sort of harmlessly just sort of like thump into her and then fall to the ground. And then Wilson can make his attack without any help.
I rolled a 10 before +2, so 12.
Okay, yeah, she only gets a 10, so she doesn't get her magic shield up in time, and you manage to wallop her for 1 damage.
Die, you beanie fiend!
And she just sort of turns
Fiend
her
would
head.
have been so much better. What was I thinking?
She turns her head towards you while she's still wrestling this staff with Bobby, and then she just says, "Worm." That's it.
That's so mean.
And she's going to try again to wrestle that staff
Okay.
with a 5.
Five's gonna do it. I got a 3.
Oh.
Bobby.
Okay. Yeah. So she wasn't trying to harm or anything. She just gets 1 to 3 more. She gets a questionable success. So she wrestles the staff out of your hand, but momentarily she is sort of off balance from just pulling it so hard out of your grip that whoever makes the next attack against her gets a +3.
I wouldn't mind.
Okay. What would you do?
Well, this is probably deep of me, but you know how there was that guard outside who had a pistol, and it died. Can I have picked up that pistol?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm gonna look her in the eyes. And I say, Jackie Bean, I respected you, but now I'm gonna shoot you like a damn horse, and I'm gonna
I respected you.
You get a +3, which is momentarily off balance as well.
right. This is precision. I think that's all that applies.
Oh my god, she rolled a
Leave it on the
1.
die. 14.
Yeah, she gets a total of 4. Oh, sorry, a total of 4 to bring up her 5 to bring up her shield. So your 14 is 9 more. So this shot to the face, point blank, deals 3 damage, which is enough to kill Jackie Bean, the CEO of the Mega Bean Coffee Corporation.
Yes. Yeah, try to get ahead in a man's world.
Describe
Showing
this.
you.
Have you guys seen the chat? I just checked it, and
What's the chat
this is fucking fantastic. If you look at it in a certain way, it's just a bunch of men looking to take a successful businesswoman down because they fear her power.
I'm a
Proceed.
cat, thank you.
I'm an alien, so
No,
Just
let's
saying.
take
It's
the
just
working
two
class
humans.
angle. This isn't about gender, it's about class, and we're the goodies.
And I just want to point out, as the person who created this module, I deliberately chose the name Jackie Bean because Jackie is unisex. I did not choose a gender for this character. You chose that it was a woman. Zach called her Miss Bean earlier, and I just had to take that.
there you go.
Regardless, describe the way that you shoot this poor woman in the face.
now.
Like a horse, you know. Just right between the eyes. Because the thing is, right. I respected her. I loved her. She was so good for this town. But sometimes, when a horse snaps his ankle, it's the only thing to do. And she has snapped her ethical ankle, like her moral ankle is snapped. And I gotta put her down.
You framed it as a mercy killing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this shot just like obliterates her face, and she falls to the ground. And you can see on the monitors that like portions around town where there are sort of townsfolk milling about, that they all stop and sort of like start shaking their heads like they're trying to come out of some kind of trance. And you even see on the monitors guards walking around the facility who similarly snap out of a trance and just start trashing the factory as well. And all around town, people just sort of coming to their senses and like checking on each other, seeing if they're okay. And it looks from the monitors like you've saved the town.
Oh,
Art from Tim and Trent and Brent.
And that
what
poor
a
person in the distance.
crazy day, huh? Well, we should go get a coffee.
You know what? I don't think I'm going to drink coffee anymore. I'll stick to whiskey. I will stick to that.
Starbucks, can I partake of some of your whiskey, please?
Oh yeah. And Starbucks takes out his shoe, which is where his emergency booze stash is, and hands it over to Ptolemy.
Ptolemy stands up on his hind paws, unscrews it like a man, and just like holds it back like a child.
I just checked the chat again as well, and the same person who made that comment about Jackie Bean being a businesswoman, it's just said 4 serial killers are now loose in Beantown. Beanville, thank you very much. But yeah, you've done it.
Hooray!
You committed some murders, but by and large, you've saved the world, I suppose, from being mind controlled by this maniacal, successful businesswoman.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
We had to do it before it was too latte.
Oh,
And
how long?
I've been holding on to that for about 15 minutes.
I lost a shoe. Don't forget.
Yes.
Wilson's done this whole factory thing with one shoe. That's pretty admirable.
Yeah.
Thank God there's no broken glass anyway.
I'm gonna go fix Tim's sink.
Oh,
for his kids.
For the kids, yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, fantastic.
Gotta tell him that sometimes when a horse breaks its ankle, we gotta put it out of his misery.
Oh,
Wow.
By obliterating its head from point blank range.
Yeah. So yeah, thank all of you guys for joining me for this game, and for trying out this system, which is still very much in playtest. But this is the third successful game, or I think successful to a degree. It went some weird places, but that's still a success. Yeah, I really appreciate that you were here for this. So if you want to sign off and promote your podcasts once again, we will say goodbye to the Getting Dicey viewers. We'll start with Adam again.
Hey, Getting Dicey viewers, see you tomorrow. I just want to say also, I've done more sneaking in this one episode than I have in the last year of being a rogue on Getting Dicey.
So what I'm hearing is that Morley the rogue needs to be more like Wilson Greyknuckle, the retired woodworking teacher.
That is correct.
And
gosh.
Kieran?
We do our live shows once a month. We also release it as a podcast, Dungeons and Comedians. And I've also started my own little world building improv podcast called The Rift Drifter. If that is of interest, it's sort of DME related to RPGs, but not really. Yeah, so you can check this out at dungeonsandcomedians.com.
Hey, Kieran, where are your live shows held?
Little Andromeda in Christchurch. It's an independent theatre.
Okay, and Zach and Michael, can you talk over each other and promote Dungeons and Dipshits?
I'd like to do this in sync,
see,
but I
the
can't think of
great
Zach's
thing
brain.
is about Dungeons and Dipshits. I thought we were going to do the. Why am I turning this way to talk to you?
Well, the thing is, I'm turning this way because you're this way to me.
And if you want to see more rampant idiocy like that, come and join myself, Michael, who plays Peregrine Telford, Caitlin Flower, who plays Valerie Nightstroke, Blake Callahan, who plays Brim Spellsling, and Poppy McKay, who plays Bijou Neen Moidenhune. We release our episodes 6 a.m. every Tuesday because that's a valid time to release a podcast for some reason.
Middle of the week, when Wednesday sucks. Tuesday's the best time to release. You've got some one thing to look forward to at the start of a crappy week.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of artwork at home for this. I don't know if you can.
Picturing, that's it, yeah.
That's very Futurama. Love it.
I was going to say
Slims.
that. I was going to say Lure from the gamma from the. Oh, no, love that.
Yes, brilliant.
Love that. Thank you. Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
I'm very into it. See,
Nice.
I imagine
Round by
the
scene.
stuff with a few like the spouts, like from a coffee machine.
Yeah. To be honest, I should have showed the pictures while we were playing, but I was too
would've
just
made
too excited
sense.
by your crazy decisions. Lastly, and I suppose least, I am Brad from Fate of Isen. Thank you, people, for watching. You can listen to Fate of Isen in the places where Fate of Isen is. Thanks.
Lovely,
Thank you, Brad, for running
Bye,
this.
everybody.
And thanks
Brad.
for getting
Brad.
Dicey.